What's up, you guys? I hope I'm live. I will know in just a moment whether I am in fact live or if I'm talking to myself, all in both of which are probable and also um, they're just probable. What's up, you guys? What's up? So I'm not talking to myself, so that is a plus. So today I'm going to be going over these masterpiece alcohol ink art panels. And even though it says alcohol ink panel, it says can be used with alcohol inks, acrylic, mixed media, etc., etc. So probably also will be good with resin, but I'm going to test that as well. I'm going to do this with alcohol inks and also I'm going to coat it in resin. We'll see how this bad boy does. It looks like a lot of you finally got a notification about the stream going live, which is amazing because usually, like, nobody gets a notification, which is so frustrating. Life. Dawn, I want to see your epic fail. What's up, everybody that's tuning in to see what I'm doing today? Hopefully, it won't be a disappointment. I don't know. So, I'm going to be reviewing these masterpiece alcohol ink art panels, but it says all this other stuff, so I'm going to read it to you real quick. Ready to use with all that stuff I said a second ago. Bright white, lightly textured, non-porous vinyl extends the open time for alcohol inks. Ink float on the surface and will easily lift. Every layer will react with the previous layer. Vinyl texture offers a reflective or luminous quality to the artwork. Ooh, that's exciting. Vinyl is mounted to a hardcore MDF board with pH neutral glue. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm assuming. Vinyl is impervious. I think I like that word. Vinyl is an impervious moisture barrier. There's that horrible word that resists warping. Two-sided display your favorite side and a standard picture frame. Bam! It's the exact same on both sides, so that's cool. It is a really bright white, and you guys can't really see it, but it is slightly shiny. So that's probably the luminous thing they are talking about. It is on a particle board, it seems. Hey y'all. It looks like a lot of people are getting notifications, so that makes me super extra happy. So, it's very flat, which is awesome because you guys know I told you to check out and see how flat your canvases are when you get them from any store like Michael's. Just put it on the floor, and people may look at you like you're crazy, but that's fine because you're artists, so you're kind of crazy. And push down on either corner and see if it like bobbles a little bit, and then that will tell you if your canvas is warped or not. Because if you have a very level dust-free zone but your canvas is warped, it really won't matter and everything's going to slide off anyway. So here are the things that they sent me. I did get this sent to me. I didn't purchase this, but I'm not getting paid to do the review, so it will be fair and unbiased. Can't. The struggle's real. I have a link down in the description box below. The link to Masterpieces panels in case you guys are interested in any of them. I looked at the website for a second today when I started doing, like, getting ready for this review, but I didn't get to look at it that much. They sent me an 8x10, 3 4x4s, 3 5x7s, and an 8x8. I'm not going to use all of them today because I feel like I'm really going to like them. and I want to use some of them at a later date. But and all the little thingies say the same, like the words, the descriptions say all the same things. So I'm gonna test it and see if I drench it in alcohol, is it gonna warp? If I then coat it in resin, is it gonna warp? And how well the colors look and lift on here. Keep in mind the ability for these alcohol inks to lift off of whatever surface you're painting on largely depends on how strong your alcohol is. Not talking about shots, but I'm only using 91%. If I had a 99%, things would lift a lot easier. What's up, Rod? I'm not sure if it's the same as I would use in a Cricut. It looks like if I tried hard enough, this would peel off, but since they used a super awesome pH glue of some kind to put it down, I don't want to risk it. It's not as shiny as regular Cricut paper, so I don't know. Evening, everyone. Evening. What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, awesome, Lynn. Thank you. I guess it's on some kind of composite board. It's a compressed hardboard of some kind in there, but it's not very heavy. It's a fair weight. So if I were going to use these for coasters, it would be awesome. And apparently they're reversible, which we're going to test as well. What's up, Margie? I'm going to compare them to these ceramic gloss coasters, and also I have some heavy Yupo paper here to compare. I also have my handy dandy glass of wine. Sippy sippy, y'all. Time to get this thing going. Heather, are you just doing a whole bunch of monotonous painting? Is that what you're saying? Thank you so much, Rod. Hi, Heather. I'm having to reuse gloves. The struggle bus is parked in my studio. Since Jeff is out of town, I'm having to do it all by myself. It's so difficult. I'm not complaining. I just have to remember to order gloves, right? I have everything. What do I have? What happened? Okay. Clear myself some room. Y'all, I have to show you how the Geode set up from yesterday. Also, after I got done with taking the boys out, I started to use the rest of my resin because I made too much. And I made a whole bunch of coasters. But also, I made this. I'm super excited about this piece. How awesome possum are those cells? And of course, this is on a clear board, so all of that's going to be negative. All of this, wherever it's brown, is going to be negative. Can we focus? I don't know how I would display it. I hardly ever display anything left to right. I usually like cattywampus it, but I think I would display it like this because this looks kind of like it's splashing. I don't know. But I did do a video of it and I will be posting that as well. So Heather, I have like 48 by 24 sheets of Yupo that I got from Blick. I'm pretty sure. Dawn, that was actually titanium white by just resin. I just let it, I didn't let it, I just had to walk the boys, and I did do that video for like 2 hours or something yesterday. So it had been setting up for about 2 hours when I got to doing that piece. And in some of these coasters, I don't know if you can even tell, but it's, yeah, you can see right here, this little dimple. It's because this was like 10 minutes from being completely set up when I did these. And so, like I waited a long time. So I'd use a lot of heat and the viscosity was off from what it normally is. And I'll go over all this in that video, but basically I let it thicken up a whole lot by accident, and that's why it works so well. But I will show you guys all about that later. I think these are just, they're large. I need to order some medium, but I can do that later. Anyways, oh, let's get down to it. Is it? Okay, it is in focus. So let's start the first side. I'm going to do like I usually start. I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of alcohol at it and then manipulate it around and see how it does, how easily I can lift the color and all that. I'm going to also do a test with like this fuchsia probably, because if you guys have ever used any alcohol inks, fuchsia in particular is really bad about staining wherever it touches. And so we're going to test that as well. Vamp, what hurts? So I'm going to drench this puppy in alcohol. This is 91%. I'm going to just take that autofocus off, because it is not doing me any favors. There we go. Perfect. Cattywampus means off, incorrect, uneven. I guess uneven would be the most appropriate word. Anyways, so if you're not familiar with alcohol ink, shake your paints up really well, especially with the gold, because it separates, and then if you don't shake it up really well, it will give you a really ugly color. Think of it like if you don't eat your peanut butter really quickly and it has a chance to like separate, has that weird film on the top of it, or ketchup, that. All right. So let's move these around. I'm using my heat gun at about half the heat and on the low of the low blow. I'm using low blow at mid heat. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, I'm going to change that to high blow. So since there's a slight texture on this board, I was worried that you'd be able to see the texture. Turns out though, you really can't. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to turn this heat up a little bit too. I like using high heat sometimes because then I get these like striation marks. I wish this stuff would stay. Alcohol ink cells that never stay. One thing I love and also hate about alcohol inks is that I love, for example, how this looks, but I'm so impatient. I just want to hit it with the heat gun to make it just like go ahead and dry, but then it won't end up looking this soft. So it makes me sad that I'm gonna have to see if I can do something without completely ruining the softness. I'm gonna ruin it, I know I am. I'm just gonna try to ruin it like gently. Because I'm impatient like that. First step's admitting you have a problem, right? I know, I love how alcohol ink flows in mixes too. Shelly, I'm so excited you're done with chemo. What's up, JJ? Wasn't ready. So I gotta say, first impression, I am not mad about it. Oh, I guess I should show you guys too. Like, you would think there would be some kind of texture. Since there is just a slight, whoops, a slight texture in the, I mean, it's barely noticeable texture, but it is a little bit there. But I can't, you would think you would see something, you know? I hope we didn't get poked with any more needles. Shelly. What's up, Donna? Thank you so much for saying that. The gold did exactly what it usually does when you have it in anything. And it flowed the same as the Yupo I've tried in the past. I am going to do a demo on Yupo just to like confirm. It hasn't worked yet. I will say though, for it to be like reversible, it's kind of pointless since it's gonna get back there, you know, it's here. So I think if they like masked it off for me, that would be easier. Like how our coasters, so that it doesn't get under here and there would be like no operator error, which I'm really good at those kind of errors. But yeah, this is awesome, possum. So let's go ahead and seal it in so we can see what it does when we coat it in resin. Teresa, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. That is true, Dawn. I'm going to test that right now. So you can wipe it off with alcohol. Duh. Hey, Megan. I can wow it or wipe it. So I'm going to use first these 70% alcohol wipes. Oh, y'all. Even that fuchsia is coming up. Okay, I'm impressed. I feel like I'm using one of those Mr. Clean magic erasers, which isn't a bad idea. I'll test that in the future. Okay. And this is only 70%. Okay. The blue over here is being a little bit difficult, so I'm going to try to put some of the 91% on it. Let's see if it lifts a little bit better. Masterpiece is in the house. What is up, John? How are you doing? I was just telling everybody how impressed I am that these inks lift off so well. I've done not as much alcohol ink as I have like resin. I always have issues with like fuchsias not lifting off. Of my board, but it did. Pumped is not the word. It's bananas. I'm going to assign 10 bananas to these boards. So we've tested that it doesn't warp yet. We're going to put resin on it and make sure. We've tested to see how well our ink flows across the surface, and as you can see, it does well. The vibrancy is awesome, keeps everything vibrant. Kathy, I've linked the Masterpiece Arts website down in the description box below. But if you go to masterpiecearts.com, it will take you right there. Hi, Tracy. So pumped about that. The color stayed vibrant. Granted, it has to do with what, you know, how vibrant your inks start out as. Resin makes it look like you would expect it to look if you're going to see it in a gallery. I use resin all the time on my pieces. Oh yeah, I'm sure once I put resin on it, it'll make it even more vibrant. But I'm just saying, like, very impressed with these boards so far. And the fact that the pink lifted off so well, like, how awesome is that? Okay, moving on to the next one. We did have a question, John. How large do these, I saw the purple booty too, Shelly. How large do these panels come in? Now, Marie, I've got these little ones to do as well. And I'm going to do a comparison with my ceramic coasters, and I also have some Yupo paper. And John did send me, I got an email from Masterpiece saying that the inks may not flow so well without a blender because it's not smooth. There is a slight texture. It's not as smooth as like Yupo or ceramic tile, for example. But I didn't have a problem with it, and I only used the alcohol. It is thin enough to frame, actually. It's pretty awesome. We make up to 20 by 24, but we can take requests up to 48 by 96. I would like a large sheet of some this. Okay, moving on. So I'm so impressed. I'm gonna try now the Blick Studio color. And the ones I did on the first one were Copic. I expected that if it was going to stain, it would be, the Copic would do it because those are so pigmented. Okay. I'm just gonna put this guy away. Does not want to cooperate. Now I'm gonna try some really dark, this is eggplant. Ten Bananas is a great test review. Awesome, then I will do that more often. This is dark. We'll put Ranger's Indigo with it. It's also dark. We'll put a little fuchsia as well. So I'm going to just drop these dots of fuchsia down on just the straight raw surface and let it set until I get to it so I can see if it's going to soak in a lot of that pigment. A lot of times I'll set my alcohol ink stuff on fire. This is not the prettiest coaster I've ever done, y'all. So a lot of times I'll set my alcohol ink stuff on fire. I would not recommend it with this because ultimately it is on like a particle board. So I wouldn't test it. Should I repaint this? I think probably. What's up, Scarlett? So these are available in about 75 standard sizes in single sheets and or 3-packs, up to 20 by 24, but obviously we can make larger sizes. Perfect. John says he'll test the fire thing for me. Sweet. Full service. I like it. Bowie, what are you tearing up? Everything. The answer is everything. So Tracy, these are on panels by Masterpiece. And I've linked down in the description box their website. So a lot of people want a long working time with their alcohol inks. I don't mind, like I use a lot of really high heat with my pieces because I'm impatient AF, and so I wanted to just get in there and, you know, just get in there. That's what she said. So I've let this sit for like not a million minutes. It's been like 3, but it's almost dry. So now I'm going to drop alcohol on it and see if we can reactivate it to the point that we don't see too many of those little dots. Even though this little Petri test looking situation is still pretty fun. looks kind of blurry. Bowie, you be sweet. So if you guys have used alcohol inks at all, why is it so blown out? You know that this fuchsia will stain most anything. I'm gonna figure out why it's so blown out, you guys. I'm not sure, but I don't want to spend 72 hours trying to figure out why it's blowing the pinks out. Anyways, you can tell, even with it being a little blown out, that there are no more little dots in there from where I dropped that color, which is crazy because I didn't even like, I didn't scrub it. It just is. Such a fan. 10 bananas across the board. I didn't prep it at all, Tracy. I opened these packages on camera with y'all. Ooh, I didn't shake this up. Dang it. Maybe if I just get it from the bottom of the thing. No, should have shaken it. Oh well. It did. It completely reactivated it. John, I think we are going to be lifelong friends if you keep creating products like these boards. None of the dots are there. The gold still stays vibrant. 10 bananas. No problem, Tracy. Do that backwards. What did I do? Okay, I'll try a different color. Oh, I don't have any more of the little... Okay, I need more boards. We'll just do this. I'm just gonna wipe this one off and let it set for a second so that the alcohol on it can dry. And then we will test it with like the eggplant maybe, since that's like super dark. And it's another, like it's a different brand. You know, Joan, I'm glad you're here because, you know, people always have questions that I rarely have answers to. And I'm glad that you can be here to participate and answer people's questions. I'm down to review whatever you've got. If you have any sales specials, discount, promo codes, whatever that you would like to share with the ATD fam, I'm sure they would love it. No pressure. What did they say, Maria? So yeah. If you have anything you want me to review, I'd be happy to. I do get sent some things sometimes that I'm like, I don't know if you want me to do a review on this because it's not exactly the most amazing. I'm just really pumped that these work because people all the time are looking for great alcohol ink supplies that aren't like break the bank expensive, because so many alcohol ink things are crazy expensive. Is that his board too? Yeah. So the 8x10 is his, as well as the 3 4x4 squares. These are just regular tiles that I got from, I think Fireball Denise actually brought these over, but you can get them from Home Depot. So yeah, now I'm going to compare them to these. As soon as I do these, how good it stands up against like the eggplant color. So let's do some drenchy. Fuchsia, turquoise, gold. All right, you guys, so there you have it. Promo code Artist Till Death gives 15% off through the 20th, and it will start tomorrow, the 11th. Actually, I need to go ahead and type this down in the description box before I forget, because y'all know. %15 off September 12th through September 20th using promo code Artist Till Death. Awesome. 2 T's, 2 L's even. Brilliant. Okay. So the color is just as vibrant as it is on these tiles. As you can see, there is extra shine, but that's because these tiles are gloss, whereas the boards are flat. So that's the only real difference with these. The fun thing is that not all the time do I want glossy stuff. Like, you know, Jeff and I do matte things all the time. So I would have to spray a matte spray over these after the archival spray. Actually, the archival spray is matte, so that's also awesome. All right. Now I'm testing to see if the colors can lift as easily off these as it did on. Hi, Diane. A discount for the boards that I'm using tonight. If you're interested in giving them a shot, that's a discount code for his website. I have the website link down in the description box. Looks like the boys are bored of being on camera, so I'm just going to rotate this around. Okay. So I'm going to drop some of this eggplant on here and let it soak in a little bit before we mess with it. I'm just going to put those over there. While that's happening, where's my other? Okay. I have lost the other boards that he sent me. I'll find them. Meantime, this is dry, see how we go on here. The funny thing is, doing a test like this, since I did it backwards and tested the new product before this, is that at the very worst, it can only be as amazing as it is on like a tile like this, because it already does what you would want it to do. Thank you, Doris. Absolutely, Diane, will do. This is it's under the, what would I do without you guys? Bye, Heather. So it is melting back in, but we kind of knew it would, didn't we? Ew. It's kind of just sitting there bubbling. Not a fan of this one. I'll have to go back over it later. As you can see, the side-by-side tests. Bam. Awesome possum. Bye, Maria. Have a great night. Yes, they are about an 1/8 inch thick. All right. This is the eggplant reactivation test. Am I the only one that loves what this looks like where it's like activating and splitting all the colors into the different shades and moving around? I love what that looks like. I wish it would just stay. And it probably would if you can still kind of see where the dots were so far, but I'm going to keep sloshing this around until the alcohol dries up, which will happen relatively fast because it's a high proof. It's 91%. Same, Vamp, same. Thank you, Joanne. I love doing these tests for you guys. I'm just honored that people like John and the other companies that see my videos and decide that they would like to have me do reviews, since I am just a regular person and I don't have any like science background. So I've been slashing it, and there are 2 of the little spots still left, and it's almost dried up. As you can see, it's not really moving much anymore. Not my prettiest work, but we'll revisit. Now let's try this one. Same process. Oh, thanks, you guys. I do absolutely have eScience behind me. It might be just me, but this looks so much more vibrant than it did on here. This is dry though. Keep that in mind. A lot of alcohol inks change color from when they're liquid to when they're set. I haven't adjusted the saturation at all on the camera. It just is. Bees in here? I haven't seen him. It's way more vibrant on this panel. I don't know if that would be every color. I'm just going off of, you know, the colors that I'm using. I am never going to say that I know all of the things about all of the things. I just know what, you know, we do on the channel because I keep nothing from y'all. Hi, Angie. Yeah, I can't light it on fire. I don't know if it's like a particle board. So as you can see, it's not really sloshing anymore that much. There's a little bit left there. Let's set it up just like I did the other one. How's that for a stormy night color? All right, y'all. Same color. Same amount of drips-ish. How crazy is that? Well, I'm glad you're here either way, JJ. I like both of them. Both of them have their place. You know. Set those bad boys aside. Oh, I'm going to try one other thing since I only have 2 packs left. John? JK. Kind of JK. Only half JK. I want to test out, you know, lately I've been adding some like sparkly things to my alcohol inks. Well, I'm going to try to do that with some blingets on one of these 5x7 panels. Maybe even all 3 of these 5x7 panels. Who knows? We might get wild and crazy. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Can't wait to see you. Hi, Mom and Jen. Y'all, Jeff's sister and Mom are watching. But you can still be yourselves because they're one of the fam. So I'm going to try some Bling It Blue on here. And the reason why I'm testing it on here is because there's, you know, that super faint texture that's on it. I think that it'll kind of like grab onto this Bling It and leave some awesome things. I don't know that it will really matter once I put the alcohol ink on it. It may blend it out. But who knows? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm just kind of like rubbing it in. I don't even know if you guys can see that. It's so a little bit blown out right there. And right there. I need Jeff to come back to do all the lighting for me. All right, y'all, just know that it's there. I'm going to do another one where I'm going to like spray to get it to like stick. Cool, John. Let me know. If not, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, B. John is in the room and he makes the boards. They're the ones that sent us the boards to test out. No, I'm going to use the fuchsia. No. I heard you're running low. We can't let that happen. I'm just saying that I don't mind using these boards for, you know, whatever. If you like just have extra ones laying around, I don't mind at all. You can still see it. Well, I can. I'm so frustrated that y'all can't. You can see it. Glitter. My precious. Yes, I'm going to try it also with resin. Now, trying to find a not sparkly area on me. It doesn't come up. There's no glitter. Extra bonus points. For those that don't know, when you have, when you add like a glitter additive, alcohol inks don't really bind it to whatever substrate you're arting on. So until you seal it in, if you run your hand across it, it's going to lift some of the glitter off. But since there's a slight tooth on here, it didn't lift my bling it. Granted, this bling it is a super extra fine particle, which you can find on my website, artistoflove.com. Super pumped about it. Extra bananas. 10 bananas across the board for this. Okay. What was the other thing I was going to do? Oh, I'm going to seal them in resin and make sure that it won't warp. And then tomorrow I will show y'all what happened. However, I would be remiss if I put resin on either of these two since they are not the prettiest things I've ever done. So let's just drop a couple extra colors on. What's this? Peacock blue. Sounds good. Then let's grab this. What is this? Lemon yellow. Sounds good. Probably won't be able to see it. So let's add a something else. What is this? Keelties. I don't know. I don't know what color it says it is. No! P.S. This peacock blue color is one of my new faves. Okay, that one just went extra horrible. I'm just going to throw some peacock blue at it and make it extra awesome. Because that's what you do when you don't like something. Throw alcohol and peacocks at it. Write that down. Well, you don't have to write that down. You know what I mean. We have some golden mean size as well. That's awesome. Based on the golden ratio. Perfect. I mean, it's better. Can't give up on these. I'm going to do more peacock, some gold. I'm digging this color that I don't know what it's called. Looks like it says ganache. I'm 100% that this pink color is not, in fact, ganache. But I don't. It's a tough font and also not my #1 language. So, you know. I'm using way more ink than should ever be applied to any coaster or any surface ever, but you do what you gotta do when you're in a moment, right? Right. Oh, that reminds me. Tink. All right. Let's make beauty happen. All right. Much better. No, B, I'm not using their inks. I am using their boards. Their alcohol ink panels. All right. Let's move the alcohol ink out of the way. Mix up a little bit of resin and coat these suckers. Why don't you have any mixing cups over here? Oh, I guess before I do that, I can go ahead and seal them in. Give them a second to dry. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, John from the maker of these boards has to run. If you have any questions, ask now or forever hold your peace until later. Geode! So that's another thing I wanted to test is how well it accepts this archival spray. So it hasn't reactivated. It's a good sign. It's actually the only sign I needed to see. I have a cup right here. Awesome. handy dandy ATD stir stick. Wunderbar. And some resin. I am using Art Coats resin by Stone Coat because it's my favorite and it's handy. I know I said I would review the, what did I say I'd review? What's it called? KS resin by today. That will have to be tomorrow. Sorry, you guys. Life, you know. Hi, Ocean. Hi, Christy. All right, when you seal your alcohol ink in with the matte, very important, archival spray, just do one really healthy thick coat and you'll be good to go. But you have to make sure it's dry, so you hit it with a little bit of a heat. Get them, Judy. Thank you, JJ. Oh, it does look Eastery. Okay, so I'm gonna check and make sure it's dry. It's not. It's one of the downsides of glossy things. That one's pretty much dry. A little bit more heat. No worries, Lisa, at least you're here. Actually, while these are a little bit tacky, I'm gonna blow some this at it. Bling it blue. Because who doesn't like a little bit of glitter in their wine? A little bit won't hurt nobody. JK didn't get in there. Don't ever drink your paint. Okay, that's what I was doing. Y'all, glitter is always an option for me. It's never a non-option. Perf. Perf. All right. I guess I should go ahead and mix these two parts together. That might be helpful. So if you're new to resin, the resin that I use is a 1-to-1 resin, which means you do equal parts of A and B. You mix it together for 3 minutes, making sure to scrape the sides, the bottom, and the stir stick. Very important to make sure everything is well incorporated. 3 minutes doesn't seem like a long time until you're actually mixing something for 3 minutes, and then you're like, how long do we have? And then you look at the clock and it's like you have 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes left. They are married, but don't say that too loud. They'll hear you. Thanks for stopping in, my love. Have a good night, B. Tell your mom and your sister that I said hi and love you and stuff. his favorite DJ ever in town tomorrow night, so we'll be doing that. So it'll probably be like maybe even like 11 tomorrow afternoon-ish. We'll see. I'll post in the Facebook group if I go live early. If I were the Queen of England, my first order would be that like head of security has to mix my resin for me. It's probably the best workout ever. Okay. Dollop. Dollop. That's actually too big of a dollop, but it'll be fine. As I expected, it just makes the color even more beautiful. But that's just an effective resin. It'll do that on anything. But it's good to know that it also does it on here. So let's hit with some heat. And I'm gonna go put it away. Thanks for stopping in, Donna Parker. Have a good night. Looking good. Whoop. Just a little bit drip. And meaty. It's doing really nicely, ladies and gents. Basically, Linda. So I'm gonna mix a lot because I don't want to cover it up. I just want it to be a little bit more blingity. It's a new word. It's whatever. Tell him, Judy. Blingity. 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 We spoke too soon. Boys. So I think Cujo's starting to see ghosts now. And also he wants to bark at them, whereas he didn't even bark at like a mailman. But now he's got a lot to say to invisible things. So that's fun. And Bowie is excited to bark at whatever. He's just down to clown, you know? I like this one even more now. I mean, shocker. Of course, I'm going to like it more with sparkles and resin on it. Whoops. Maybe it's been a year, Vamp, maybe. Thanks for tuning in, Happy. Could be, Trudy. My mom has the gift, but I'm not sure that I do, and I think it's because I'm just always on the move. I never really slow down and like take things in. Well, that's not sparkly at all. Thanks, Ocean. Oh, right. It does look a lot like opal. It's my favorite thing about the Blingets is that it's like an elegant sparkle. It's not like abrasive sparkle. Don't get me wrong, abrasive sparkle is like my jam. Well, this building is haunted, so I hear. Now they're even more beautifuler with some Blinget. I go put these away and I have to coat that larger piece. And then I'll show you guys the Geode from yesterday. Right, Lisa? Doris's pieces are always brilliant. Bowie. It's okay. I know it, but it's okay. I know it. I'm going to be entering Bowie into some agility classes as soon as he's done with his puppy classes, which I think will be amazing for him because he loves to run and he's super fast and he jumps super high and he has all of the energy. Judy can tell you he is 100 unless he's asleep. He never like has a slow speed. You heard that song Turn Down for What? I think he has that like playing in his head all day, every day. So another thing I want to test and see is if it will, the resin will gap at all. And obviously that's going to be something that we'll have to watch for overnight and into tomorrow, which is fine. What's up, Gin Germs? So I'm pretty sure the thing with epoxy and alcohol ink is that if you drop the alcohol ink into the resin, like for the Petri dishes and things like that, then it's not really light fast. But if you put it on a board, seal it, and then put alcohol, what is it that I'm talking about? Resin, then it will be safe from fading. Between the UV archival spray and the the resin, between the UV archival spray and the resin, it should be sealed in just fine and good to go. No divots, no pits, beautiful, even finish. Set this bad boy aside. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys the thing. Geode from yesterday. Give up. No! My God, I'm sorry, you guys. Boys! Enough. Mm-mm. Come lay down. Mm-mm. They are on high alert tonight for some reason. You'll get it, Lisa. Now, Cujo knows that it's like close to the end of the show. He is anticipating his WALK. By the way, he can spell. So I have to be careful with that. All right. All right. Didn't wipe this off. Oh well, I'll get it in a minute. Ta-da! It's too big. That's what she said. Oops. Where did that even come from? Maybe I'll just do this. Yeah, I'll just do this over here. So, this is how the Geode piece is right now. And I'm going to attempt to peel the back of this off without breaking, you know, anything. If you didn't see yesterday's video, this is a Geode shaped clear canvas board that we are thinking about putting in our shop. Artist.com for all of you resinistas. This is just the initial test piece. And the great thing about it is there's like no cleanup to the back of it because resin's not going to get under this masking paper that it gets shipped in, on, under. So this is on both sides when you receive it in the mail, but then you just peel one side off. This is harder than I thought with one hand. Ugh, that's what she said. I wasn't sure how it's going to peel off with all this like hot glue on this edge right here. But so far it's peeling off just fine from it. Ugh. Just another day of driving this struggle bus. I promise you guys it's usually easier to peel this stuff off. Then again, even with it being a little bit ornery right now, it's still better than having to like sand down the back of a canvas. Don't believe me? Try it. Hope you guys can still hear me all the way over here. I can't really see the feed. So if you have any questions right now, just hold all questions. Of course, Jeff etched in the back of this as well as the front of it, so the papers it's like cutting where he had etched through it. That's fun time. I have been anticipating turning this thing over since I painted it yesterday. And peeling this stuff off is making it take even longer before I can see the other side of it. The suspense is killing me. That's what it should peel off like. Spoke too soon. Dang it. Oh well, almost done. It's like unwrapping a Christmas present that you peeked in and saw like part of the wrapping, so you kind of know what it is. But there's so many versions of it that you're not really sure like what it looks like. I'm glad this is coming off of these areas. I was actually really concerned about that, but it's doing really well. Beans, there's nothing over here for you. I'm gonna have to go back and get some of these areas where it kind of like I hot glued glass on top of it, the paper, but it won't be hard to just take that off. So it could be across the house, and if I call his name, he'd be like, oh no, I can't hear you. But if something he's not supposed to have in his mouth hits the floor, he couldn't get here fast enough. I say that because that's what's happening right now. One piece of glass at the floor. But there he is. Little land piranha. There. These 3 little pieces of paper are prolonging my reveal. All right. So there's the back side. Y'all, I'm pretty happy with it. Let me put it on the overhead over here. After I make sure there's no glass for Bowie to pick up and die from. There's more sparkle to it than you guys are saying. Beans? There's nothing over here for you, bud. I don't want you to eat glass, okay? I know it. I'm gonna post a true color video on ATD's Poor People. I know it. Okay. Jen! What's up? Hi, Chris, taking over for Jen. So, this is where we're at with 1 layer of resin on this pre-cut Geode canvas. As you can see, the clearness is awesome, especially if you're gonna make it like a side table. It'd just be extra trippy. I am so pleased with this piece. I do want to hear your thoughts, so make sure to leave your comments down below. Or, right, I'm gonna figure out how to do rock candy. Or in the feed that's going on right now, but I'm kind of new to this, but hey y'all. Hey y'all! That's appropriate. Come here, boys. You want to say hi to me? Come here. Oh, he cannot chew on her brother. So I hope you guys enjoyed the feed and learned something. I'm super excited about those boards I tried tonight. I'm gonna try them again. I have like 2 left. They're smaller, so but still gonna use them. I think they worked really well. I hope you guys decide to try it out. This was not a paid endorsement. I just agreed to test them on the channel, and turns out they did great. You know, I always give you guys true and honest reviews. Check out my Geode video that I did yesterday. At the end of this video, I'll link it up in the top of this video. I gotta take the boys out before they pee on my feet, but check out how to contact us and all of that information over there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, probably 11 a.m. my time, which will be 14 hours from now, I think. I don't know, math. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We love you all so, so much. Be kind to one another. You never know what someone may be going through. And yeah, y'all rock. You guys are 10 very enthusiastic bananas. So yeah, that's your score. You win. Okay. That's my cue. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. You say bye? Okay. They said bye.